Well, you guys, here's week 3. An update on the kittens. This one has her eye is closed. They're crawling all over my camera now, but they're doing fine. We did have a big rainstorm the other night, and they stayed dry. So, and we've already found homes for a couple of them. So, anyway. They're pretty friendly. Anyway, they're doing good. So for all you that want an update on the kittens, here they are. Welcome back, everyone. Before we get into today's video, I just wanted to give you guys a heads up of what I've been up to the last couple days and probably why this video will be posted late. So one day this week I went to a cattle sale, lasted a couple hours. That was Jernigan Ranch, which is Missouri State University's cattle ranch. They have a registered Hereford operation. They let students even have internships out there. Anyway, so it's the school's ranch, and someone donated it, and they have a registered Hereford sale every year. And so I've been going to that the last 5 or 6 years, and that's normally where I get all these hats. So anyway, went to that, didn't buy any bulls this year, haven't bought any the last couple of years. I think we're pretty much done with Hereford bulls. We'll let the ones we have finish out, and then we'll switch over to something else. So anyway, went to that sale, and then after that I went to Farm Fest. So if any of you do not know what Farm Fest is, in Missouri we have a big one here in Springfield, which is not that far away from me. It is quite a drive, but not too far. So basically any ag-related business or any livestock people, if they want to set up a booth at the fairgrounds, they can. And so they have hundreds, if not thousands, of ag vendors, whether it's crop insurance all the way to rabbit breeders. They're there and you can find them. So anyway, basically if you want to see any new technology, new equipment, or if you want to buy livestock, you can do that too. So it's a pretty big deal around here. There's people that come from all the surrounding states, even businesses. I saw some few businesses from Texas, and of course Oklahoma and Kansas and Arkansas and Iowa and Illinois. Basically any of the ag states, they have a few businesses that show up, and there's of course a bunch of people that also show up from surrounding states and basically everywhere in the Midwest. So it's a pretty big deal. There's thousands of people that go to it every year, and I think it's 3 days long. And anyway, I always enjoy going, not just to check out livestock. I do enjoy seeing some of the new equipment and new tech and all that. So anyway, that's what I've also been up to, so that's why I've been so busy. And I do have a few clips just that I took with my phone just to kind of show you guys, if you're not familiar with Farm Fest, kind of what it's like. So I don't know if it's happening to everyone else, but we have had a major cool down the last week. It's been raining as well here, and we went from 90 degrees one day. The next day the high was 63, and so it was absolutely freezing in the mornings, and pretty much feel like when I'm waking up it's Antarctica out here. So have to put on a long sleeve shirt, which is never a good sign, so it means it's getting cold. Winter is on its way, and so with that being said, I need to put the windshield back on the Ranger. Driving in the mornings, when you get this thing going 10 miles an hour and it's 48 degrees outside, it gets pretty chilly pretty quick. So the windshield always helps, not to mention when I'm driving it out in the evenings, the bugs hit you in the face, and if you have your mouth open at all, you're gonna catch a few of them. So need to put this windshield on. They make these windshields where they can be taken off and put on pretty easy, so just gotta move a few handles and you're pretty much good to go. Anyway, the camera won't focus on the screws, but anyway, put the 2 screws back in and your windshield's locked on. And all that's left now is to turn these handles, and they are supposed to lock the window there into place. Anyway, there's one of the things I had to get done today. So for this next part, things are gonna get pretty dusty and I don't want my good camera getting in all that. So I'm gonna switch out to my GoPro. So, what we're doing here, there's a mouse under the shovel. I'm getting this shovel and we're gonna go into the other side of the grain bin. These two, if you guys don't know, this used to be an old dairy barn, and so this is where they would store grain, and it'd go down this chute over here and this chute over here, and it'd go right into the milking parlor, if you want to call it that, and the grain would go directly to the cows. So anyway, we've just kind of, there's nothing really down below us besides those chutes, so we can get grain, and we still use this stuff. So pretty old barn, but still holds grain, and we have had to make some repairs to the roof so things don't get wet. But anyway, coming to get the shovel. Looks like we now know why the mouse was underneath the shovel. Looks like we have interrupted a little mouse nest. Only got 5 babies. Hate to take the shovel, but I kind of need it right now, so. Anyway, I may try to, I don't know. She'll come back and grab them, I'm sure, but I'd hate to take their little shelter away from them. That's their little nest. I don't know why this one, she may have thrown them out when she was running, but anyway, I will be back. I guess we'll cover them back up. So this here is the other grain bin. That's where we're about to go. And in here, I know you guys have seen this before. This is where we get grain. And this morning, nothing was coming out, so clearly some stuff fell down here, but we're gonna go up there and shovel some more in it anyway, and we'll head there right now. And here we are. Now this ceiling is pretty low, so I have to stay bent over the whole time, can't stand up all the way, but so yeah, that's where the grain goes. Falls down in there. We had a guy build that for us because this wasn't here originally. This was also another side of the milking barn. They'd milk down below this, and so there was a chute over there, chute over there, chute over here, chute over there. And we had those covered up, and we put a floor downstairs and added this bin here so we can store more grain. And whenever the grain comes, there's a thing on both sides, and they'll stick the auger in, and it'll fill up this whole thing here. So anyway, got to get down there and scrape some grain down the chute. Okay, so this part's pretty easy. That's all you got to do. also didn't mention, it is probably 100 degrees in here. Gets super hot and muggy. And then when you start shoveling grain, it gets all dusty in there too. So probably should be wearing a face mask. And back to it. I got enough up there that'll probably last 2 weeks. I'll have to get up there again, and then once this side's empty, I'll start working on the other bins over there until they're all gone. We'll probably need some more grain here in January, but for now I'd say that's about it. Pretty good workout. Not to mention you're all sweaty and all the dust likes to collect on your sweat. So my arms, you probably can't tell on camera, they're covered in corn dust. And normally my eyebrows and eyelashes and the hair on my head is covered in dust too. But I don't want to get this hat all covered in dust either. Anyway, so yeah, that's how we get grain. That's kind of the inside look on our grain system here. Well, I know a lot of you have been asking if we built this or what, and like I said, this floor here in the middle, I don't know if you can see the crack that goes along there. These posts are new. Well, they're 10 years old, but they're new to this barn. So this side, they'd milk cows on this side, and this was a little alley in the middle. And they could walk cows up through that door over there. And there's also steps here, of course. So anyway, so that's what this little conversion has turned into. Now we just get grain out of here since we don't milk. That's kind of what this thing has turned into. Anyway, so now I'll show you. This thing ought to be and overfilled a little bit, but anyway, so now it's full and it'll just gravity feed down, and yeah, pretty simple process, but I know a lot of you guys had questions about it, and I just thought I'd answer those and show you guys how it all works. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Future videos, we have to get my group of calves up, give them a booster on their vaccines. So getting into the nastier weather, they should hopefully have some better tolerance for that kind of stuff. So I'll be getting them in here in a week and giving them vaccines and whatever else I got to do. So there hasn't been any sickness yet, even though I thought we were going to have some coughing here this morning, because yesterday it was 50 some degrees most of the day and it was cold, bitter rain, so all day long, mist. So anyway, I thought we were going to have sick calves this morning. No one's sick, even the ones that had it before. They're doing perfectly fine. So anyway, and yes, the Q&A is going to be coming out later this week. I want to make sure to give it time to let everyone comment that was going to see the video, because I know it normally takes a full week till all the subscribers get the chance to view it and get their comments in. So I've had a few more questions roll in, so I will get that done here soon, and it will be posted later this week. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'm gonna head inside and clean up because I'm completely covered in dust. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will see you guys next time.